125, and today I'm going to be doing a long-awaited review, and as you can tell it's in a different spot than normal. I'm actually upstairs. This is on like a shelf, and this is actually a really good, in my opinion, place to do a review. The reason why I'm not doing it downstairs is because the floor's been being worked on, so stuff are moved around, and the place I normally do reviews is kind of moved. So can't really do reviews in there, and I didn't want to have to wait until it was moved back to do this, so I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, so been waiting for this for a while. I pre-ordered it in June, and it just came out like about a week ago or so. So yeah, was very excited to get this figure. This is the first of these figures I've had. There is a Captain America coming out that I really want to get, and that for my next birthday is probably going to be one of my things I'm gonna want to get. So yeah, because Wolverine, Captain America, two favorite superheroes. I can't choose between them. I just love them both so much. So I gotta get as many Wolverines and Captain Americas that I like. I don't just get every single one of them, but the ones that I feel will be a good figure I get. But anyway, let's get to the package first thing. So if the figure was inside the package, I got this figure yesterday. So of course he's out. I can't just leave him there for a day. It's impossible. But front, a nice picture of the figure itself. All the logos and whatever. Nice comic art in the background. It says Wolverine, X-Men, Marvel, and then a picture of him from the comics there. On this side, there's a nice picture of the figure. Some nice comic stuff going on in the background. On this side, there's some nice art. Yeah, that just ain't gonna happen. Which, in my opinion, the word ain't, I know it's in the dictionary, but this is my opinion. It is not a word. It's just very improper. It just sounds stupid. But the only person, he doesn't even exist, that is allowed to say that is Wolverine. He has full right to be able to say that. He's earned it. I mean, it's just because, he was born in the 1800s, so he's allowed. And that's in my opinion, though. But anyway, nice art here on the side. Really love this package. Bottom. There. And on the back, really do love the back of this. X-Men up here. Just has some stuff going on with him and Deadpool, of course. I didn't know exactly what this thing was at first, but it's for just like making it look like he's slashing. So like, see how this is here, you take it from Deadpool's back and you can see Wolverine. So it looks like, because in comics he slashes and it shows it from the other side. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. So this says, yeah, I don't know what that says, but here's all the stuff he comes with there. And it just, fantastic figure. Of course, I've had him out, I've messed with him a lot, stuff, but yeah. So I want to open up the package just to show you the background a little better, and then I'll get to the figure and accessories. Alright, so here's the back card thing, which looks really nice. Right there, it just has nice like cartoons or comic pictures from different comics and stuff. See, that one's more of a cartoonish look. It looks just like the figure. I think that's what they based it on, actually. But it's not exact, because the gloves are different, belt's a little different. But yeah, so very nice. This would be nice to set on a shelf like this. And it's also nice, this is the package. I'm going to keep a package. This is a keepable package. Definitely. And this figure was not exactly cheap. Of course, that's expected. But alright, so now let's get to the figure and the accessories. Alright, so here he is with all his accessories. Of course, he has these extra little things to use that are joints, just in case if they break. And they don't, it's not like a thing where they're worried they're gonna break. It's just, just in case if maybe I'm not going to say paint locks up, because you don't have to worry about that, because they actually had plastic in each joint to make sure that didn't happen. Like these little, like, actually still have some to, if I put them back in the package sometimes. See, it's like this, and they had it, like, in there, small pieces. This was the stuff that went over him, and then behind him. So I kept that stuff to keep him protected when I put him back in the package at any time. Yeah, so first things first, I'm going to talk about, this is very rare, complaints. I do not have very many. One of them isn't really a complaint. I'll just get into it. But okay, so first things first, this isn't really a complaint. This was a complaint. So when I saw him in pictures, these hands right here, you can you can like take these off. Let me just take it off. So then you can put the claws on there. Now what I thought none of the other hands you could put the claws on. And I was disappointed. I was like, why would they give him fists and not allow the claws on there? But then I realized all of them are able to take that off, so I was disappointed at first, but it is not the case. The only other complaint I would say that I have is right here on the leg. If you can see it, the blue paint went into the yellow. It's not that noticeable at all, but it's just, for the price this was, it would be nice just not to get any paint wash whatsoever. But no, that's it. That's all the complaints I have on this. Now, another thing, which isn't really a complaint, because, it's not that big a deal, they were going to have him come with a cigar. I think it was, they were going to, this mouth right here, they were going to, they have the hand still, the cigar holding hand, so you can make it look like he was, just smoking down a cigar. And they got rid of that, and I don't know why exactly. It's pretty obvious why. I mean, it's a cigar coming with an action figure that is an adult collector, but, you're going to have kids that are going to, like me. I mean, I'm 17, but, I'm not, at that age to where I see something and I'm like, oh, gotta go try it. I mean, some kids are that are my age, but not all. But maybe that's why. I'm assuming it is. So they kind of thought that might have been a problem, so they got rid of it. Doesn't upset me. It would have been nice. Would have been something extra. But it's still kind of weird they would still put the hand in there without that. Maybe it's just, if you want to make one yourself, which would actually be very easy to do. I would say, an easy way to do it is to get, a little piece of, wood. Let's say, over here I have some diorama stuff, something like that, but thinner. And cutting it down, you can make, paint it brown, So, make your own. But it would have been nice, but it doesn't matter to me at all. One thing some extra things that would have been cool to add with this, which I don't mind at all, is an unmasked Wolverine. That would have been pretty awesome for this, just, no mask. But, once again, doesn't really matter that it didn't come with it. This is full-blown, no complaints. The only complaint I have is that, which I don't think you would have to worry about too much with paint wash. Now, if you guys know me with my reviews, I've said it many times, the main thing that really gets on my nerves when there's something wrong with a figure is mainly the face. Definitely in 100% more is the eyes. If there was something wrong with the eyes of a figure, it just makes me so mad. If they're weird looking, lopsided, almost look cross-eyed, looks like one's looking a different way than the other, that's when it makes me mad, because I have no way to fix that myself. I'm not like a big painter. I'm good at drawing, not so much at painting. But so that makes me mad when that happens, and I think that'd make anybody mad, even if they know how to fix it, because it's a shame if you get a figure and you have to fix it. But anyway, enough talk about that. Let's get into the accessories. So first accessory is the slash, which I'll just use this Stormtrooper as an example. So let's say you have him like this, then you take the picture like this and Wolverine slashing. So you guys know what I'm talking about. This is actually not meant to be in there, so that's why it's loose, but actually it'd be good. So you guys know what I mean. And if not, I don't know how else to explain it. But so there's that, which is nice. And then, of course, you have the cigar holding hand, which all the hands are, I love the way they're nice and shiny and stuff, so they look nice. These are the only pair of hands which you cannot take these off, because that'd be weird to have him holding a cigar, and then also have his claws out. So, I think they did good with that. These hands, of course, these are like the, just took the claws out after a couple of days. What's the Berserker Rage Wolverine kind of thing. The hands would be like this, the claws out. Or it'd also be cool, take a picture of him like this, and then have the claws there, and he's like jumping towards someone. Kind of looks like Black Panther hands, but also nice gloss. Really love the hands. These other hands are more just like relaxed hands, but what I also love about these, you can see them there, they just look the same, is you would probably be able to put a gun, but I don't know why you do that, because this came with a Series 6 brown suit Toy Biz Wolverine. Take that out of there. Samurai sword. And there we go. And it fits perfect. So now I have a samurai sword to go with my Wolverine. And that's how it looks. His sword looks in the comics too, that I've seen from the comic and that one. So I mean, not all versions have the same sword, but yeah. So really love that. I also have a blade sword. He's got the blade action figure. I did not do a review on him. I should have, kinda, but I don't do a review on every action figure I get. I also have 2 Deadpool swords too, They're a little longer than the blade sword. No, not the blade sword, sorry, the Wolverine sword that I just showed. Alright, well, next accessory is the other head. This one's more of a snarling head. Just, anger. Got one eyebrow raised right there. Looks very nice. Love the glossy paint. They did a great job on these. So, then the other head is the Berserker head, is what I would like to call it. Just very angry looking stuff. So, looks great. Yeah. Alright, so next after that, I guess, is your standard stand. One second. I have 4 of these now for different figures that I've gotten, so that's nice. Yeah, and this one is different than all these because these are the same, and then this one's a little different, mainly because of this right here, and then this one's different on this part, and the rest is the same. But then this one right here, actually has a thing you can put their back on, which is way better, because this right here, it's rounded, so it doesn't really, hold the figure all that well, unless the figure has a smaller waist. So, I mainly like to use them like this. It's very rare that if I were to set them up, I'd use this part, but for this one, I probably will, if I ever used this, just to keep them standing. But you can actually, take it off, of course, and then they have this part on there too, and I don't know exactly if it's supposed to replace or it's just supposed to so it doesn't bend, so you can just have it like, say, that right there, and then this part right here doesn't bend at all, see, but then it bends right there, so it's less likely to get loose ever, and I think that's why. But you can just put it any way you want, really, or use it for another figure, of course. So put all those off to the side, and now let's get to the figure. Alright, so just had to take a short little break there, talking after a while, and I really, really do love the articulation of the figure. It's got a lot of articulation. I wouldn't say you have to be very, very careful, but you have to watch when you're bending it. A lot of people I know have already pointed out that the joints are very, very noticeable, but it's hard to do that. Like, let's say with NECA, they're not all that articulated. Like, look at him. Look how, you can't see Ash's articulation as much as you can him. He's not even that posable. Like, he's enough posable. Like, And same with these. This is the next level of posability, that you can see the joints but not as much as you can these, which I don't mind when you can see joints very much at all. Like, this doesn't bother me that you can see like the little ball joints. It actually blends in very well. They somehow manage to. But yeah, so before I get to actually showing the figure, since I have these down here, I might as well. Here he is next to a 7-inch figure, which in my opinion is not a good size. Just showing. Here he is next to a. This is actually a good size, because Wolverine's short, so it just fits. This Wolverine's a lot broader, because if I put him up to this Wolverine, he's shorter, but he's also broader. I kind of have him kneeling down a tiny bit there, so if I arch his back a little bit, there we go. Not arch, but put it back up. So they're pretty much the same size. He's just a lot more bulkier. I think he goes good with these, though. I mean, not as much as this one does, but still goes pretty good. So I could take pictures with them and make it work. Here he is next to the Punisher. This is actually the Netflix Punisher that I got when I got Blade. No, I didn't. I got him before I got Blade. But I think that's pretty good size too, because it's the same size as this Daredevil. And I gave him the classic head, because, you know, I like that one a lot better. But I can switch him around, obviously. I think he looks better at that. And then here he is next to the most standard 6-inch figures that are exactly pretty much 6 inches, is the Black Series. And I think he looks really good next to this Stormtrooper in height. Because, see, here is, like, Daredevil. And Daredevil is pretty, like, good size. It just, something about it's a little different, you know? So it just kind of fits a little better for some reason. And to my surprise, I thought this figure was going to be more like that. I thought he was going to be really, really small, but he's basically just 6 inches. I thought he would be smaller than 6 inches, and I'm happy that he's not. It really made me happy that he was not. But anyway, let's get to articulation. So first things first, his head, it can fully rotate. And as I've said many times, I don't like to do that all that much. You look down quite a ways, you can look up quite a ways. He has a waist swivel. It's on like two, one here and then an ab crunch. They can go like that, and it's got like a kink thing, which is really nice. The arms can go out like the butterfly joint. It's a little different than that. Arms go up like that. Then you can also swivel his arm back like that. I'm not gonna do it right now. But, you know, I don't like to do with stuff like that. Like, it can do that, but I prefer not to. And then the arms, of course, very double jointed. A little more than double jointed. A little bit, because how far you can put up the arm. And then swivels at the wrist. It goes side to side and up and down at the wrist. If you move it a certain way, it'll bend a little more. Of course, the claws can come off and the hands can come off, obviously. I wouldn't say that adds to articulation, but it doesn't take away either. Other hand is the same. Other arm is the same, obviously. And then leg goes forward about that much. Goes back that much and go out. You can pretty much do the splits. Leg. I love the leg joint. I love the way they did this, the way it is. It's, very nice. And then he swivels at the boot cut here. He also swivels up here at the thigh. Here's the back, how that looks when it's like moving. You can tell a bit more the way it moves. Then ankles go up and down, has a nice ankle pivot there. So see, it can go more than that even, but then you can bend at the end of the toe and such. So that's pretty much the articulation. Of course, with the arms, you can put them a lot farther back. See, like that. So, but I don't know why I didn't do it, but you can also probably make his arm fully swivel around if you wanted to. But I know it can, I'm just not going to. There's no really point if I know it can. Alright, so now let's get to detail. Alright, so here he is, up close in more detail. Let's get right into it. Face looks really nice facial expression, just looks angry, as Wolverine is. Love the muscles on this a lot. You know, got the veins and nice skin tone. It's not flat. Neither is the mouth. Nice shiny armor here. Got the muscle depth and the crinkles and like the pants and the shirt. The suit, I guess, is what I should say. Nice shiny hands as well. And the belt looks nice. I really love the way they did this. Like, it wasn't just blue like the gloves, which the gloves look nice, but they put this gray there, and then the belt's gray. And, you know, at first I didn't know if I was completely sure about it when I could see that it was like gray, and then I just really looked at it, and it actually looks really nice. Yeah, so. The claws really nice, and I love how they're cartoonish where they're longer, because see, they're like that, and the forearm, they're like that much longer than the forearm, that is not a bad thing. That is how it is in the comics, and that is what I like. I like when he's like that. I mean, I wouldn't like it if they put it in a movie like that. It'd just be stupid, but, it works with, like, comic-looking things like this, like cartoon. And this really reminds me of the game, I don't know why I can't remember. There's a game, it's like a mobile game, kinda, and, you know, it's for Apple, and I'm sure you can get it in Samsung. I cannot, Quest of Hero, something like that. Something Quest, Hero Quest, something, but you can be a bunch of different Marvel characters, and this Wolverine looks a lot like that one, so I feel like they modeled it after that. But, I mean, really, I don't actually think they did. It's just the way the body shape is, it reminds me a lot of that. Also, before I get to, like, the heads, switching around the heads, and the hands and such, I'm gonna do another comparison here. So, I didn't think to do this at first, but here he is next to the Diamond Select Hulk, which I think is pretty good sized. So there he is all the way up there. I think that's pretty good size for Hulk and Wolverine. The Toy Biz Hulk that I have would also be good, but I feel like this one is better. He's not as cartoonish, which doesn't really fit, but he's not all that realistic, too. So I think they both kind of, you know, go pretty good together. And even better than the Hulk is the super articulated, Beast here, which they look great with each other. Very nice. It's having trouble oh, it's because I got the legs bent. Yeah, there. So, there we go. There they are compared. It looks very nice, very colorful, cartoonish looking, and realistic. So, alright, now I'm going to show you with the different heads. Here he is with the disgruntled, just angry looking face, which of course looks very nice. And here he is with the Berserker Rage face, which looks very nice as well, very extreme. If I were to display him on a shelf, I would probably most likely go with this face, only because it's more of a, like in the movement kind of face. Probably put him in like a striking pose. But of course I can switch it around. There's so many different possibilities with this figure. I take action figure pictures, and I take a lot of them. So I'll definitely be doing a lot of those, having a lot of fun with doing that with this figure. Sergeant Banana, he has just, as well, he's on Instagram, so look him up. It's SG, so it's pretty much just the abbreviation for Sergeant, and then Banana, or Bananas, I'm pretty sure it's Banana, yeah, but, so go look him up. Fantastic action figure photography. There's many others, but right now I only mention him because he's done some great action figure photography art with this figure. amazing job. Yeah, so. Also, just real quickly, I want to give a tip if you guys don't have this figure, it's because right now I'm just going to put on the normal head. This is just angry kind of looking head, you know, just grunting a little bit. And what you do is, it's just like that. And then what I do is I put my finger right on the back of the neck part, and sometimes the thing will tilt, but if you're careful, it won't. And see, now it's on there nice. So, looks really good. Easy to do. I really like that they added that, and of course we get these little things in here. This did not come with that, I just want to let you guys know. So see on the back, Florida's, it's Myers Beach, where I was, so I keep the stuff that comes with this in here, because actually everything, like, it fits very well in this little case. So if you can find a nice little case, or whatever you put your action figure things in, this is where I keep for stuff for this, and it just all fits in here very well. So close it up, it's nice and safe. Of course this doesn't fit in there, and I don't need all 3 heads in there because I'm not going to just have them headless. Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed the review. Really love the figure. Obviously he gets a 10. The only complaint I found with mine was the little tiny paint mess up. Other than that, love this figure. Definitely in my top 10 favorite figures. And if you guys want me to do a video on my top 10 favorite figures, comment down below. I was thinking about doing one, but I'm not sure. I mainly just do reviews, but if you guys want me to do that, I definitely will do that. Also, I've been thinking about doing a, like, Army of Darkness Evil Dead collection, so if you want me to do that, put down in the comments below. Because I have to get all this stuff together, because some stuff is here, some stuff is at my house. There's not a lot, I would say, but not, like, but not that small amount, so I gotta get it all together if you guys want me to do that. And I will also have other videos up, so like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more, definitely. Clone video coming soon, and I will, after this, have a slideshow of this figure. Enjoy.